I'm Nikki Sizemore. Welcome to my kitchen and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you one of my very favorite baked goods of all time. I am going to share my very top secret, not anymore, perfect pumpkin pound cake recipe. So this pound cake has that delicious pumpkin flavor. It is scented with cinnamon and allspice and ginger and cloves, all of those fall flavors that I crave. And guess what? You can make this cake using all-purpose flour or with gluten-free flour. Now we're going to take things over the top and slather this pumpkin pound cake with a bourbon cream cheese glaze. The bourbon is optional, but it gives the glaze an amazing flavor. It's so easy to make. It's going to drip down over the sides of the cake. I am so excited. Now I want to thank Domino Golden Sugar. They have partnered again with me on this video. You guys know that this is the sugar I use in my kitchen. It's a less processed sugar and it has a distinct hint of molasses flavor that pairs so perfectly with the pumpkin and spices in this pound cake. It is also a cup for cup swap for white sugar in any of your baked goods. Now I can't wait to officially kick off baking season with this pumpkin pound cake recipe, so let's head to the kitchen. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button below so that you don't miss out on any of my family-friendly, easy, and gluten-free recipes. Also, if you click that little notification bell, then you'll be notified every time a new video gets posted. Let's start by preparing our 9 by 5 inch loaf pan. Spray it with cooking spray, or you could rub it with butter, and then line it crosswise with parchment paper. This is going to make it really easy to pull that cake out later. Now this cake takes about an hour to bake, but you can cut the cooking time almost in half by making 4 mini loaves instead, and I've included all of that information at the recipe link below. Let's whisk together the dry ingredients. I have a 1.5 cups of flour. I am using a gluten-free flour, but you can use a regular all-purpose flour. Then a 1/2 cup of almond flour. This is going to give the cake a really moist, rich crumb. Baking powder, baking soda, fine sea salt, and then a mix of spices. We have cinnamon, ginger, allspice, and cloves, and these spices are going to give the cake so much flavor. Just whisk these all together until everything is evenly combined. I like to go in there with my fingers and break up any little clumps of almond flour. Now for the wet ingredients. I have 1 stick of softened butter and 1¼ cups of that Domino Golden Sugar. Now I'm using my stand mixer here, but you could use hand beaters instead if you don't have a stand mixer. Beat these together until the mixture is light and fluffy. Stop and scrape down the sides. And now it's time to add our eggs. I've got 2 eggs and I'm just going to add them one at a time and beat until they're fully incorporated. Add pumpkin puree, you can use canned or fresh, vanilla extract, and a 1/4 cup of water. And we're going to beat this again until everything is combined. The batter will look curdled at this point, but don't worry, everything is okay. Scrape the sides one more time. And now it's time to add those dry ingredients. I am beating on low and slowly adding the dry ingredients. You want to beat just until everything comes together. At this point, take out the paddle and then use your spatula to get in there and finish stirring. Just make sure that there are no streaks of flour or little pockets of flour. The cake batter is done. Let's transfer it to our baking pan. Spread the cake in an even layer, and I like to get in there with a little offset spatula so that I can get into all of the corners. Bake this pumpkin pound cake at 350 degrees for about 55 minutes until a toothpick inserted in the center comes out clean. The cake will crack on top. This will be a little bit more pronounced if you use a gluten-free flour like I have, but guess what? We are going to cover it up with the glaze. Let the cake cool in the pan for 10 minutes and then transfer it to a cooling rack and let it cool completely before you glaze it or slice it. While the cake cools, let's make the bourbon cream cheese glaze. I have 4 ounces of softened cream cheese beat this until it's really smooth. Scrape the sides, and then we need to add powdered sugar, but I'm a little bit of a lazy baker, so instead of sifting the powdered sugar, I just add it really slowly, bit by bit, making sure it is fully incorporated. This is going to ensure that we don't have any lumps. Beat in a teaspoon of vanilla extract and then a teaspoon of bourbon, which is optional, but it provides a wonderful flavor. Now slowly add in a 1/4 cup of milk. This is a fairly loose glaze because I want it to drip down the sides of the cake. Transfer the glaze to a measuring cup with a spout. This is just going to make it really easy to pour it over the cake. To glaze the cake, I like to line a baking sheet with parchment paper, put a rack on top, and then place the cake right on the rack. This way, there is very little mess. Pour that bourbon cream cheese glaze evenly over the top of the cake, letting it drip down the sides. And by the way, if your mouth isn't watering yet, then I don't think you are a human. Go in there and just very gently even out the top. You have the option of sprinkling the cake with some chopped toasted pecans or walnuts. This is not only going to look beautiful, but it's also going to provide a delicious crunch. Refrigerate the cake for at least 30 minutes to allow that glaze to set. This pumpkin pound cake with a bourbon cream cheese glaze is a fantastic finale to a special occasion meal. It's also just a wonderful afternoon treat with a cup of tea or a cup of coffee. If you really want to take it over the top, say for a holiday dinner, serve each slice with a scoop of vanilla ice cream. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. You can get the full pumpkin pound cake recipe at the link below. Thank you again to Domino Golden Sugar for partnering with me on this post. Domino Golden Sugar is a less processed sugar that's a 1-to-1 swap for white sugar in all of your recipes. Thank you again, and I will see you next time.